I think that New Orleans serves as a wonderful model. It is not to say that every city has to be exactly like New Orleans. I mean, you could go to an all-charter model like we have. You could do a partial charter model. You could do part charters, part traditional public, and then part kind of innovative public. There are all sorts of strategies, but the key is autonomy from the central office. The key is independence of a well-motivated, well-trained, excellent principal to be able to hire the staff necessary to accomplish the mission, and then providing resources to that leader. The whole world is operating like this. There are very few monopolies left, and most of them are monopolies for a really, really good reason. And you got to watch them like a hawk, because they sometimes don't serve their customers very well, because customers have no choice. We want parents to be in the driver's seat and families to be able to choose what schools based on the outcome of the schools, how they believe, just like a middle-class family, basically, or a wealthy family gets to choose every day, everywhere in America. You've got to have strong educators that understand what happens in the classroom, administrators of schools, really understanding what kids need, connected to people like me who understand the political levers and can help motivate and move a community to an end, or tap into resources that are available, whether private foundation resources or federal or state or local public resources, to make this happen. But you know, DC is a good example. I helped to create that system as well. As a member of Congress, I chaired their subcommittee and helped them to start their public school system. Muriel Bowser, the mayor of DC, every mayor that I've served with of DC has supported both the traditional public schools and charter schools. They try to work together, but they really push. You know, the success of charter schools in the district really, really pushes their traditional schools to be better. And so that's the other thing that charters do. Charters create competition, and that's very good, because competition, the right kind and right level of competition, can drive much more efficient and better results. So the DC model is a little different than New Orleans, but it has in some ways the same effect by pushing all schools to excellence. And so, you know, the last chapter has not been written, but the first chapters have, and they look pretty good. We still have to do the early childhood education work. We still have to do a better job of making sure that all of our kids that graduate from high school not only get into college. We have 100% college success rates in some of our schools, which means you're taking a whole group of seniors, 100% are going to college. That's great, but we need to make sure they all get through college. You know, so we have a college bridge program started. We don't think it's just enough to get them in college. We want to make sure our graduates are prepared to make their way through, and that takes a lot of additional effort, not just from our school system. Now, the work is not finished. We've got a lot more to do. But the proof is in the results, and we're working on pipelines to get more teachers and cut down the turnover of teachers in our schools. We're working on wrapping around social services in our schools, because kids need social services, counseling. You know, they need to be well fed in schools. Many students don't get to eat well at home, et cetera, et cetera. So we're not there yet. But New Orleans is, I think, really on the cutting edge of something pretty spectacular.